get out there, it's not going to measure out right sometimes because curb guys don't have right GPS coordinates or whatever. So when you say, oh man, we'll just make this last stall 11 foot, you know, ask somebody. Let them make the decision. That way it don't cost you any money to have to fix something. And I'm speaking from experience. I've done it and I've had to pay to do it, make your own decision. All right, so in doing so, in the striping world, I know in concrete, y'all pop everything in red and blue chalk, correct?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Striping world, white. Reason being is you can paint a white line or a yellow line, and if you pop a red or blue chalk line, 30 days that lines will come back through that paint. So you'll have a white line with a red line running down the middle of it. One line's not bad, but when you got 100 and everybody riding along seeing red lines out there, they're gonna want to repaint it again, and it'll keep fading back through. So white chalk, you know, just sidewalk chalk is all it is. A lot of people, I know y'all probably use chalk boxes, okay? In the striping world, we get out there, 18 foot, 20 foot works good, but if you're in a double row parking and there's 40 stalls down both sides, that's 360 foot to where you got to put that center line, okay? So on that right there, my advice is go to Walmart and buy the braided clothesline, comes 100 foot long. And you take that chalk and run right down the string and you stretch it out, pop it right there, okay? So that's kind of the basics of laying out and everything. From there, you know, it's basically handicaps, okay? In the ADA world, which y'all pretty familiar with ADA, well, in the parking side of that, any ADA stall cannot be under 8 foot, okay? Cannot be. Standard ADA is going to be an 8 to 9 foot stall and 5 foot hatchet, okay? Van accessible is 8 or 9 foot hatchet, okay? So to be van accessible, it has to be at least 8, 9. They make them bigger sometimes to eat up real estate in the parking lot. But standard handicap, 5 foot hatchet, cross hatchet and everything. Van accessible is 8 or 9 foot. Let's just say minimum of 8. ADA requirement, I think, is at least 16 foot for van accessible. That's 8 and 8. You'll see them do 8 and 8 foot hatched, or you'll see them do 11 foot stall and a 5 foot hatch. You just got to give that person enough room to get out and be comfortable enough with other cars. All right, paint machine. All right, and what I'll do is after the day, I'll make a like a SOP, operating procedure, and I'll put all this in a bullet list so that way you can go back and reference it. All right, on the paint machine, every day you need to wash it out with water. Okay, water. All right, so you're predominantly going to be striping latex paint, water-based paint. Okay, so you can just at the end of the day take your bucket off, have another bucket with water, stick it in there, and just run it. And you want to run at least 2.5, 3 gallons of water through it. Reason being is when you go to start tomorrow, you don't start out with a clod of paint in the bottom and you're chasing this thing and fighting it all day. Okay. Secondly, your truck got a generator on it?
We do have a generator.
Okay, all right. So on my truck, I got a striping rig like this right here. I have a generator mounted, all right? What I do, every bucket of paint, whether I buy it from Jason this morning or if I've had it for 30 days, get you a sheetrock mixer on the end of a drill. And you want to stir that paint 2 or 3 minutes, okay? And as you stripe, you'll learn sometimes cooler in the morning, the paint's a little thicker. It gets hot, it gets thin, okay? So in the morning, if you got paint like cool mornings we have now, that paint will be thick. So what you can do is just take you a bottle of water, put that bottle of water in there, stir it up, and you'll thin it out. After you've got it stirred, when you go, don't go just put it right on the paint machine. You always want to have a paint strainer.
Right.
Strain that paint because that'll get all the little clods and the hard spots and everything like that. Because on that paint machine, there's a little filter on the bottom. And if you got those solids floating around the paint, it'll suck right on that screen and it'll stop the machine.
Yeah.
And
I'm pretty familiar with sprayers because I use a little bottle. So
okay. So if you painted houses with the sprayer,
yeah.
This is nothing but a mobile unit. Same operation and everything. So, you know, that's getting started. And like I said, washing it out every day. You know, you can run and gun and everything. I mean, sometimes I may wash my machine out 2 times a week because, I mean, we were striping 300 stalls a day and everything. A lot of times you don't have water with you. Okay,
Right.
that's the big thing. So get the water, get it cleaned out and everything like that. And so when you get ready to start, how you doing? I'm Junior.
Eddie.
Nice to meet you, Eddie. So